What's up, America? It's your girl bringing you some news you can use. We are live, the number one internet radio station, Intellectual Radio, IntellectualRadio.com, which is an iHeart radio station. Show we have one show with two topics. My co-host is sitting next to me. Say hello.
Hello, everybody.
So, and tell them who you are.
My name is Burl Banks Mitchell. I am a wellness advocate, a journalist, and a co-host for Making Waves with Darci.
Hey, we are in the building. So we have two topics, hot topics. The first one we're going to talk about is ways to find new customers. You know, as business owners, entrepreneurs, wannabe entrepreneurs, we're always looking for ways. We have customers. We want to keep those customers. We want to talk about just focus on new customers. How do we reel in those new customers and how we know that those customers are a good fit for our business, product, service, or brand? So that's what we're going to talk about at the top of the hour. But then at the bottom of the hour, we got a juicy relationship topic, situationship. Let me say it again. Situationship versus a relationship. Is there a difference? Which one are you in? Are you in a relationship or a relationship? Well, we have some young ladies here in the studio, and we're going to talk about that. So this is something you don't want to miss. And this is something that I think that men and women need to know if they are in that type of relationship, if they're in a situationship or if they're in a relationship.
I think you need to know what it is.
Because one person may think one thing and you may be thinking something else.
Absolutely.
So we're going to talk about that. We ask you to please share the broadcast, share some of the nuggets that you know someone may or may not benefit from. Relationship is always a deep conversation. And as an entrepreneur, or if you're on a journey creating a legacy for your family, you also want to know how to increase the revenue. You don't necessarily have to look for the money, but if you're helping individuals, the money will come to you.
Absolutely.
So stay connected, share the broadcast, don't go anywhere. We are live, IntellectualRadio.com, and iHeart radio station where we are guaranteed to feed your brain. Back in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Tina Olivia Pate. Listen to Making Waves with Miss Darci on IR and iHeart radio station, Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. We love you, Miss Darci.
Hey, this is Lenny Williams, and I enjoy listening to IntellectualRadio.com and Making Waves with Miss Darci.
American Express for travel and entertainment worldwide.
Just show them this, the American Express.
Don't leave home without it.
Someday, I may even use it on the moon. It's a marvelous thing.
Oh, so you can replace plane tickets, traveler's checks, a lost art.
Really? That worked?
American Express's timeless safety and security are available on Apple Pay. The next evolution of membership is here.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you are tuned in to Making Waves with Miss Darci. We broadcast here every Tuesday starting at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. I have my co-host to the right of me, and we're going to talk about two topics. The first one we're going to delve right into. The first thing I want to say, if you have not tried D-Flat Tummy Water, because I'm always getting jumped on and talked about because I don't talk about it enough. But if you have not tried D-Flat Tummy Water, here's your opportunity. Of course, it's not, what do I want to say? A miracle water, but it does decrease inflammation. It gets rid of bloating after you eat. You can lose some inches and also weight, and gives a little boost to midday. So if you have not tried it, I do give out free samples. So if you're interested in trying a free sample, please hit me up at 708-998-3799, 708-998-3799. I'm going to also have Burl at the end of the show talk about briefly to give you a quick nugget about her health and wellness program for entrepreneurs. So we're going to get right into our topic. If today is your birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Wishing you many, many more and more to come. If you're celebrating marriage, divorce, whatever it is you celebrate, Making Waves with Miss Darci is right here to you. Happy day. It's great to be alive. No, just kidding. So, Burl, so people, as an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur and I'm an entrepreneur. What are some of the ways? I'm going to give you an example. Now, I did this a couple of years ago. Well, I had already started out, had customer clients, but I wanted to get some new customers and clients without spending a whole lot of money. Because sometimes people want to do stuff on a budget. They don't want to spend a whole lot of money if they're trying to increase their revenue or get new customers. And so the focus more should be on the product and what you can do for the consumer versus money, because the money will always come to you. So what ended up happening is I went to this clothing store. They had moderate clothes. They had sales every then. And I arranged they had this silk scarf. and it was made a kimono scarf, and they have a lot of customers would come into the store, and I would frequently maybe once or twice a month. They had great bargains. So they had the scarf, and they had buy one, get one. And then they had a 40% off.
Okay.
So the scarf was regularly $20.99. At this particular time, the scarf was like $12, right? So I went to the manager and I say, I'm a business owner. This is what I'm doing. And he was like, well, we have a new scarf. Have you seen the new scarf? And I said, yeah, I have like 3 or 4 in my hand. I got to do a process of elimination. I get to the counter. And he was like, no worry, no worry. So I gave him my business card. And I said, how about us, doing some business together, a win-win situation? He was like, what do you have in mind? And then all these customers came in. I said, can I give you a call back? He said, next time you're in here, we'll sit down and talk. So I called him and let him know what time I was coming. Went back in the store. We offered half price of the $12 for a scarf for my radio show. So I put my flyer for the radio show in his boutique, right? 600 women. It was like a fundraiser. Bought the scarf and mentioned Making Waves with Miss Darci. $400 off on the merchandise with a general sale of $240,000 within an 8-month time frame.
That's phenomenal.
That was in addition to what he had. And the same thing to what I'm doing now. Okay, we ship flat tummy water. Right now we're shipping in 19 states. So we have a UPS truck come once a week, a FedEx truck come once a week, and then we have drivers. So in this box is a 24-pack of water or a 30-day supply of water. So right now I have 10 businesses that advertise in this box monthly. So they're getting new customers and new consumers that they would not normally meet. Thinking about what I just said, those two situations, give me an idea that comes to your mind as being an entrepreneur on ways that individuals can find new customers or market for new customers.
I think what you did was great in that you are a walking sales advertisement for your product.
Well, for the water, yes.
And I just think that as a brand, anybody as a brand, you need to promote that in everything that you do. And it's as simple as saying, hello, my name is, what do you do? Here's what I do. And it's an exchange of information. If you think about it like that, it doesn't seem so daunting to me. It's like having a conversation with a friend. So when you have a conversation with a friend about what you do, especially when it's helping people, and that's really your genuine goal, I think it always works out more times than not.
Wow, I like that. So we've given you, just right now, those who are listening, we've given you a couple of ideas on how to market your product, service, or brand. So you can't be afraid to go out and talk to individuals. Right. Hello, how you doing? It's a great day in the neighborhood. Usually it's a conversation to kind of
break the ice, and then you just get started. And here's the thing about it. Fear happens to us all. That's a part of the process.
That's true.
You just have to embrace it. And if you shift the way you think about what you're doing, I think it'll be a lot easier to have a breakthrough. So if you think of it as having a conversation with a friend or making a new friend, then I think it's a lot easier for you to go to the next step.
I like that. So let's say someone, Burl, comes to you right now and says, Burl, I really, I have this new CD out, or I have this new clothing line, but I'm afraid, like we just talked about fear, but I want to go into 2 stores. They're always playing music in the store, and I want to, ask them would they mind just listening to my CD or take a look at my merchandise and see if it's a good fit. So someone, let's say I'm the consumer and I approach you and you have a nice size store, nice size clientele. So, she don't know, but I'm putting her on the spot. She kind of know already. So we gonna do this role play. So I'm like, hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I come in here all the time. Your store looks really nice and you have some amazing products. And I see, you always have music playing and, kind of surreal, just kind of soft. And I'm looking at your clothing line and I have a new article of clothing, a t-shirt. And I want to know if you would mind taking a look at it. And also if you would mind listening to my CD, because I know you're always playing really sensuous, nice, soothing music while people are shopping in your store.
Wow. Tell me what kind of music do you have?
Well, it's a little bit of jazz, not really hip hop, but it's something that's kind of smooth. And it's about a minute and a half. And I was just, in the neighborhood and wanted to know if you would, what would be the path to get you to take a listen to it.
I'll tell you what, I would love to have a conversation with you about this. Why don't you leave me a sample of your music and then we can set up a time later this week so that we can meet.
Sounds good. Can I leave my t-shirt too?
Oh, please leave your t-shirt.
Okay. So I'll get your information.
Absolutely.
So now that was like really, really a no-brainer. Mm-hmm. Of course, fear of going in and just actually going forward, right? But what about if someone says, I don't have time for this today? What would be your comeback?
So my comeback is you give people an option, 3 options that work for you. You don't have time today. Well, tell me, what does your schedule look like within the next 2 weeks? I'd love to get on your calendar. And then you have a calendar available so that you know what times work. And so if they say, you know what, we really can't talk about this anymore. So much I appreciate the time you've given me today. And then you call back in the next couple days. And I believe that persistence pays off.
Pleasantly persistent, because that's my motto: pleasantly persistent or stalker. You in one frame, you in one of these time frames. When I met Burl, I said, I like you. I'm going to stalk you. Did I?
You actually said that.
I actually said that. She's looking at me like, oh no, but that's what I say. So now let's say someone comes back. So we're giving you 2 scenarios. One, just walk in and go for it. The second one is the person said they don't have time, right? Mm-hmm. So the third one would be, you're probably too costly and probably too expensive, and it's probably not in my budget.
I'm the merchant. Mm-hmm. Well, I think
yes. I should say okay. You have a fit.
Everything is negotiable. So let's find out what the budget is and let's go from there. And sometimes you have to make concessions, and you got to be willing to do that just to get your foot into the door. So I think that you find out what the budget is and you make it work, even if it means you have to take a loss.
Say it again. You have to do what? Because that right, what you just said is so critical. People are saying, well, this is my budget. I'm not going to go outside. I'm not, because that means I'm taking less and I know my worth. But you need to get in the door. So repeat that again for listeners.
You have to make concessions. You have to make concessions in order to get your foot in the door. That's just how it works. And once you get in the door, then the world is your oyster. You can maneuver, you can negotiate, you can position yourself from a place of strength so that you can create business.
Right. And you can just start off and saying, well, you know what? It might not be in your budget, but, I have a special promo for new customers.
Absolutely.
And it may not even be nothing you have, but you can create it.
Absolutely.
And then go for it, because that customer could be the whatever you need to take it to the next level. We have to be able to be in, especially when we're looking for new customers. Mm-hmm. We can't be choicy. Now, when individuals are starting out, Burl, and they have a product, service, or brand, one of the things I think that people need to find out too is who their target audience is, because my music, when we did the role play, may not be suitable for your store, right? But yes. I may can give you a referral, or I may share your information.
That's very good. Referrals are always great.
Referrals are. So if somebody says, what's a good referral for you? What would be your comeback? If somebody came up to you and said, hi, Burl, how you doing? My name is Darci. What's your name? Or can we exchange information? I see you at the networking event all the time. What's a good referral for you?
Well, I would say, I can't help you, but I think I know a couple people who can. So, and here's the thing. This is something that I found very interesting. If you never take no for an answer, that's the bottom line. So come away from the conversation with something. So if it's not, the person can't help you directly, can they direct you to somebody else who can? Ask for an email, ask for a phone number, give your information and follow up.
I like that, because the fortune is in the follow-up. Really, I had to learn that. It took me almost 2 years.
Yeah.
I had all these cards and I'm getting them in a cute little container and all this stuff. And I'm like, you ain't calling nobody. So what good is this?
Yes.
So you have to, it takes a lot for networking, but I think networking is crucial to any business, especially when you're starting out. But then once you get enough under your belt, you have to continually follow up with the customers. You have to know, if you have repeat customers, know what they like, what their needs are, what their wants are, offer them promos, offer them deals to come back, offer them a referral program so that they're referring other people, ask questions, know their birthdays, anniversaries. If they're spending money on you, or your product, service, brand consistently, you need to be offering them something. So you got to watch, listen, and read and understand what's going on so that you don't lose that, just like the fortunes and the follow-up. Because if you're not catering to somebody who's spending money and looking for new customers, you're going to need to replace the existing customers you have.
That's right. That's right. And I think that's important too, because everybody is looking for a deal. Everybody's looking to, at least most people, are looking to save money. And so if you can share it with a friend, it's an exchange. I help you, you help me. I think that's what makes a relationship. And networking is a relationship. Life is relational. So if you just think about it that way, that you're constantly building and improving relationships in your life, then I think you can always grow and new customers will come.
I like that. I like how she finished this little session out. This little scenario went so well. So please share the broadcast. So we're going to take a pause for the cause. We're going to come back with our relationship, young ladies here, situation versus relationship. And how do you know which one you're in?
This is going to be good.
And is there a difference between the two? Because some people may not think it's a difference. I just found out about situationships and I was baffled. I heard about kicking it and living together and it's a couple of other ones, but situationship kind of threw me for a minute. If you are in a situationship or know what the definition of a situationship or a relationship, or you want to join this conversation, Burl's going to give you the number to call in. You can call in and be a part of the conversation. Burl?
Everybody, please get ready to dial. It's 708-223-8953. Again, the number is 708-223-8953.
Intellectual Radio, Making Waves with Miss Darci. Back in a moment. Don't go anywhere, and please share the broadcast. Back.
It's a new year and the first anniversary of our revolutionary acne treatment. To celebrate, we have an amazing new offer for you. Order Proactiv Plus, and for a special limited time, you'll pay just $19.95. Imagine yourself with skin so clear and beautiful, you feel confident to go after all the things you want. Make it happen today with Proactiv Plus.
That's a huge difference. Look at that. Proactiv Plus makes me feel amazingly beautiful.
Proactiv Plus is dermatologist developed to help seek out and fix problem areas on your skin. And it's proven to work 4 times faster than the leading prescription.
This product is doing it. I started seeing results with Proactiv Plus within the first week.
Now's the best time ever to order because we're offering extra savings to first-time customers. Call 1-800-773-5681 to get our 3-step system plus free gifts and free shipping. All just $19.95.
I use Proactiv Plus every day. Like, I literally use this stuff.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, me and Burl did a role play talking about ways that you can look for new customers. So we did a role play on product, service, and brand and how you can go about it and overcoming fear. So if you did not miss it and you're just joining us, please share the broadcast. Hopefully those nuggets will help someone because everybody has a side hustle these days because one salary just doesn't cut it. Sometimes 2 salaries doesn't cut it. I got ComEd bill day before yesterday and it had doubled. And I was like, I'm going to need y'all to come out and read this bill because I'm like, what's going on? But if you got the air on and the fans, it's like, I just think it's a misery. And I'm going to stick with my story. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm like, double? Wait a minute. So we have 2 young ladies. I know y'all see we're not abracadabra in here. We don't like, bewitched or I dream a genie, right? So I'm going to let the young ladies introduce themselves because they can introduce themselves better than me.
Hello again. It is Deja Landy. How you guys doing today? My name is J-Lo Harris.
And so the other young ladies had car trouble, so I'm not sure if they're going to join us or not, but we're going to carry on. So we were talking about relationships versus a situationship. Now, I'm going to start off, ladies, with the definition. The definition is still got me a little baffled, right? So, Burl, in the Urban Dictionary, a situationship is a relationship that has no label on it. Like a friendship, but more than a friendship, but not quite a relationship. Me and this guy have been talking for 6 months now. Are you guys together? It's like we're together, but we're not. It's more of a situationship that's happening. That's the definition in the Urban Dictionary. Now, all I heard of all my life is a relationship or kicking it, right? Now, I ain't never heard of a situationship. And then another dictionary goes on to say that the difference between a full relationship and a situation is this. The title boyfriend or girlfriend is not used, although it's important. It doesn't define that union, the situationship union. Both parties, the male and the female, or female, male, understand that being committed to someone in relationships mean they are off the market and no longer available to anyone else. See, that's what confusing because it says there ain't no labels. It's not necessarily monogamous, mean the individual has only one partner during their lifetime or any one time. And that's the relationship. Situationship says that you can date someone, but if you're out in public, you just say hello. There's no acknowledgement.
Wow. And are you having sex?
Yeah, let me finish. There are no expectations, there's no questions, and there's no, asking questions. You're both on the same page. What it is what it is. There's something in it for both of you all. Sex is in it, even though it complicates things. But you're in a situationship, there are no feelings involved. You're not hiding it. You're honest. But if I'm out with another guy, then I'm just gonna say hello to you, and we're gonna keep it moving. Now, I'm almost can't breathe over here. Just
I know. I think that makes
right,
two of us because I'm about to have a conniption over here. Oh my goodness!
So, hearing that, because I done read this about 8 or 9 times, and I'm confused. I know what a relationship is. It's supposed to be a monogamous relationship between two people that care about each other, love each other, right? But this situationship is saying there is no titles. So, hearing that, Burl, give me your definition of a relationship, and then hearing what I just said, the dictionary saying of a situationship.
Well, I tell you, I think relationships are, you have to define the relationship. I think that's really, really important, like, especially for the young folk, because they want to change everything. Some things are just tried and true, and you need to go with that.
Right.
So for a relationship, say a monogamous relationship, it's you and that person experiencing life, learning each other, and growing together to build something. Situationship sounds to me, AKA messing around. That's what it sounds like. They've given it a different title, but it's basically messing around. And I think that creates a lot of problems. Because here's the thing, here's a caveat. We are all emotional people. As a human being, you bring emotion to the table. So you can't extract that from your experience. So when you see your guy with another girl, because if it's not on, what do they say, on Instagram, then it didn't happen. So when they're posting pictures here and there, and you see that, you're going to feel some type of way about that. And you cannot feel like you are a queen and your king is sharing with others what he's sharing with you.
Girl, don't make me get my bail out.
There's
I'm
no
about to pull the bail out.
I know. This is a bail moment. There's
no
exclusivity in that. And here's the thing, ladies. It takes a toll on you. Yes. It takes a toll on us as women. Our stock goes down. Even if we don't admit it internally, we know it. And then that screws us up for the next relationship. And you cannot find your king, your prince, if you messing around with somebody who is not worthy of your time.
Girl, I got to get the bell out.
Get the bell. Please get the bell.
Burl said, wait a minute.
Get the bell.
Like so
we're
going to start with J-Lo. You hearing me give the definition of a relationship and a situationship. Do you think it's a difference in the two? And what is your definition of the two for you?
So for me, there is a difference between the two. Like a situationship is kind of like friends with benefits. Like you don't have any labels with it. Like you don't really acknowledge it. Like one person develops more feelings than the other person. Instead of growing together, you kind of grow separately and one outgrows the other. Like the guy and the girl, the guy might have more feelings for her than she do for him. And she's like, oh no, like we're not really going to do that. Like, we're just like friends. We're just friends. But you keep going back and forth to each other while messing around with other people. Now, a relationship, you're two people. You're growing together. You're experiencing life. Like, you want to be with each other. Like, you have love for each other. But the situationship, it's not even in it.
Would that be something you would consider? A situationship?
No.
Okay.
Thank God.
No.
I would just say that.
J-Lo? I mean, Deja?
It happens all the time. I agree with both comments. Me and J-Lo were just talking about it when we were out there, but I said that it was pretty much friends with benefits. Believe it or not, we see it all the time. And there's so much tea, but I just sip my tea because it's not my business, but pretty much a situationship is a friends with benefits, something that I will not consider being in, considering that I am in a relationship right now. And for me, a relationship is when two people are actually they actually love each other, and they take into consideration of each other's feelings, and know that, or they're confident that they actually want to grow and go somewhere in life with this one specific person. Now, for me, as a Black young woman, I feel that the African American race we're very strong people, and we're strong women. And I feel like when we get ourselves tied into these little situationships, it hurts. It really hurts our race, and it hurts us, because, like you said, we are very emotional creatures. We just, so.
And why would somebody want to do that? So hold that thought, because I got all kinds of stuff going on, and we ain't even gonna have enough time. We got to have part 2. IntellectualRadio.com and iHeart Radio Station back in a moment. Just hold tight, people, because this is getting deep. Had to take a break, y'all. Just situation versus relationship. Is there a difference? Do you know which one you're in? I had to have some coffee. I really need something a little bit stronger than this today. But anyway, so I am abracadabra. So we have 2 other ladies that are in the studio, and I'm let them introduce themselves to you right quick.
Hi, I'm Tayu.
Hey, I'm Sierra.
So I gave the definition, ladies, of a relationship versus a situationship. A relationship the definition is 2 people who care about each other in a monogamous relationship. A situationship, on the other hand, oh my God, I'm gonna let Burl tell you the definition of the urban. There's no labels. If you see me in public, even though we done slept together, you just acknowledge me and keep it moving. Is that about like?
That is about right. Friends with benefits, right?
Friends with benefits. So you ladies, since you're just coming on this conversation, give me your take of a situationship versus a relationship. Which one would you prefer? Which one would you entertain?
I would prefer a relationship. I want something solid. I want to know what it is, we're doing. A situation that's just a lot of commotion all over the place. It's not solid at all.
Sierra?
I definitely agree. I would prefer a relationship over a situationship as well, because in the end, you don't really get anything good out of a situationship, and most of the time you end up hurt, or one of the other will end up hurt, if not both.
Taisha, scoot down so we can get all of y'all on this side. So tell me, ladies, when you hear the term situationship and definition I gave with no labels, you come as you go, you're going to do your thing, I'm going to do my thing, and then we're going to meet back up. Would that have anything to do with self-esteem? What would make a person want to be in a friends with benefits or a situationship versus a relationship? I know all have their issues, right? Mm-hmm. But you're all young African-American women. What would you want or not want in a relationship? Would you settle for a situationship?
I definitely wouldn't settle for.
Why wouldn't you settle?
A situationship, because I know my worth, and I feel like I'm worth way more than just being an option. Basically, you want to deal with me when you want to deal with me on your time. I feel like it should be a two-way street. We should be for certain about things.
And you're growing together, supposedly, because that's like a booty call now. Y'all talking about friends with benefits. That's like a booty call. That's like you sitting by the phone and you talking about, hey, you busy? Nope. You got 30 minutes? Yep. I'm on my way. Okay.
And I love what you said, that you don't get anything out of it. At the end of the day, you don't get anything out of it. It is so momentary, and somebody's going to get hurt. And typically it's
the female. Because how you going to be with somebody for 4 or 5 days or a month, and then you walk in the restaurant and they with somebody else hugged up, and you just say, hey.
Right.
You'd be like, come here.
Right.
Okay.
I personally feel as though, like, for me, even if I can see like my celebrity crush, if he with somebody, I'm gonna get really upset. And them,
right, and they married because I be talking to Denzel on the screen. I be talking to Denzel on the screen like, Denzel, I know you married, but I'm gonna need you to holler at me.
Yes, and I feel it does. It has like the self-esteem it plays a huge role as far as like a situationship and a relationship, because I feel like if you're that desperate to where you don't care if that person, he or she, is in a relationship with somebody else and you just want some type of attention, your self-esteem is really low, and you kind of need to build that up. Because personally, I feel as though if I'm not enough for you, and if I'm not enough to where, oh, she's my queen, she's my one and only, and you talk it and you walk it, then if I'm not enough for you, then you're not enough for me, and you can dismiss yourself. You can dismiss yourself, because I know my worth. Like Sierra said, I know my worth, and I carry myself to a high standard. And I feel like us, as especially women, even men also, I feel like we should put ourselves on this high pedestal. So the man has to show you that he is worth your time. And where nobody else, don't be getting involved and all like that. And then it could cause a lot of health issues also, because you don't know what that person is doing with other people. It's so much stuff and spreading around now, and it's just you're risking your life.
You really are.
That is in a situationship, in all honesty. So
that is so true. And I love that you both, especially being young people, understand that, because it does start with your self-worth. If you don't have a good dose of self-esteem. Here's the thing about self-esteem: you create it. It's not depending on somebody else.
Right, because you dictate what you like and what you don't like, and what you're gonna put up with. Because now, what I put up with at 20,
yes,
I wouldn't put up with it at 30.
Absolutely.
And then when women now,
right,
I definitely ain't gonna put up with it.
Exactly.
So as you grow and as you mature, certain things you settle for, and certain things you don't. Right.
That's correct.
So that's what I mean. So. Individuals that's listening, young ladies that are listening, and even fellows that are listening, and they're looking for that king or queen, or looking to enter into a relationship. Sierra, what one piece of advice would you give to them, or would you say that you would want in a relationship?
More than anything, I would want trust. Because trust is not easy to come by these days. Like I told somebody else, you never stop learning a person. So that's one thing that I definitely want.
Because when you first date, you're really not meeting that person. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah,
you're meeting their representative. So the other person ain't gonna come out for a while. Right. Taisha?
What was the question?
What would you want in a relationship? The individuals that are watching, what would be one key thing that you are looking for, or would want or require in a relationship?
Honesty. It's easy to fall for lies, but if you give me the truth, put everything on the table, I can accept, or I may decline, but I would have the option, in the door to, yeah, we can go forward, or no, we can't.
Knowing up front.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
But being honest, don't hide nothing. I get everybody isn't going to be honest.
That's what we have to do our homework.
Yeah.
J-Lo?
Stability. You have to be a strong person too. We have to be strong together, but you have to be strong on your own. You can't want to depend on me to do stuff for you. You have to know how to do it for yourself, because at the end of the day, one day I might not be there to help you.
So they got to have a job. That's what you're trying to tell me.
Job.
Security. They need to have a job. That's a requirement.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we got security, trust, honesty. Deja? I'm creating y'all a perfect person right here on the screen. Y'all better write this stuff down now.
Everything is just wow. I can, security and trust. For me, and then attention. I want your full attention. I'm not saying, shun out your mom, your family, none of that. I'm not, speaking on that. I love your family too. I might visit your family more than I see you, but my whole thing is, as far as trust and attention, I feel like they both, kind of tie in together, because if I can trust you and I know that I have your full attention, and that I don't have to worry about no other female coming inside the picture outside of your family or even friends, close friends, then that trust will start to build, because, like she said, nowadays trust is It's like, what is it? It's just the
Right.
word that's just thrown out there, just like the word love. It's just used, frankly. There's no deep meaning to it. People do not, try to hold that close to their hearts. So, I want to be able to trust you and everything. So I feel like if you show me the attention that I want in a way, or that I need, then, we can move on into the relationship. So,
okay. Burl, so we're rounding it up, but we're going to come back right quick because we only got like 5 minutes. And I want you to kind of sum up what you have gained from these young ladies. And then we're going to have a part 2. We'll have a part 2, and we're going to have these young ladies write down what they would want, what 5 qualities they would want in a relationship, or bring them back. And we're going to bring in 4 males. Mm-hmm. We're gonna dive deep into this conversation.
I think that's good.
I may have to have a little more than coffee that day. No, I'm just kidding. Intellectual Radio, you got some bills to pay. IntellectualRadio.com and iHeart Radio Station, where we're guaranteed to feed your brain. And please be so kind and share the broadcast. Back in a moment. We are back live, IntellectualRadio.com and iHeart Radio Station. Tune in to Making Waves, Miss Darci. You never know what you're going to get. You never know where I'm going to be. And I may have my mic and put you on the spot. That's just how I roll. I have the gift of gab unless I'm asleep or sick. So I'm going to have Burl sum up to you. We talked about how to look for new customers if you have a new product, service, or brand, or you're up and coming artist or entrepreneur, and we're always sharing nuggets on how to make money and 7 streams of income. So please tune in with us, like our page, support us. If you would like to be a guest in the studio, you can contact myself or Burl at 708-304-3422. We would love to have you be a guest, or if you would like to sponsor part of the show, a tagline, a commercial catered to your product, service, or brand. Again, 708-304-3422. Burl, sum it up for us today.
I think talking about new customers, don't be afraid to start a conversation. That's what it is. Embrace your fear, get the conversation started, and get new customers. In terms of relationships, I think that you guys offered great insight. And most of all, what you're saying is you have to own your own power. You set the standards and you dictate what others will follow. So all I'm saying is have some standards, have some requirements, and the person that's for you will exceed those. You'd be surprised.
Wow. I need to write that down. I'm about to go back and rewatch the show. Thank you, ladies, for tuning in. We will have a part 2. We'll keep you posted. If there are some young men out here who would like to be part of this roundtable discussion coming up in next month, please hit me up, 708-304-322, or hit one of the ladies up here on the show, or Burl Mitchell, and we will get your information and have you here. Thank you all for tuning in. In closing, build your own dreams, or someone else will hire you to build theirs, and that could be me or Burl or one of these lovely ladies. And we're out. Thanks for tuning in.
Your favorite song is playing right now, and you can listen anywhere you want. Now, the music you love on your favorite station plays around the world. Just add the free iHeartRadio app to your mobile device. You'll have instant access to this station and over 1,500 of the top stations.